Host Big Bad B Rob, and I've been seeing a lot, a lot of videos for the Gen 8 series coming up for either leaks or anything like that. So I thought, if anything, if for one thing I hope they do for Gen 8 is to bring back Megas. Because honestly, who didn't love the Megas? Now, I thought for myself, I've seen a lot of videos. I'm like, why don't I do my own top 10 Pokemon that I think need Mega Evolutions in Gen 8? Now, let me be clear about this. First of all, this is all my opinion. This has nothing to do like a lot of this stuff I based on. Some of them I based on stats. Some of them I based on designs, and some of them I just did on based on my personal opinions because I just thought they were underloved or appreciated. So this is just my opinion. If you don't like it, if you don't like my opinion, just leave a note in the comment. If you have a better suggestion on a mega, let me know. I will listen to anybody's suggestions. This is all just my opinion. Second of all, I did not do any of the artwork for these fake megas. So I will name off the ones I could find for the names, and if I couldn't find their names, I have the links to their sites in the description of where I found those images for copyright purposes. So let me be clear, I did not do any art. Thirdly, I I made sure that this video does not contain like all of the being megas legendaries. I will say that there is legendaries on here, but I will explain to that point when I get to that point. And fourthly, I'm trying to think here. So fourthly, um, yeah, um, like I said before, this is all based on my personal opinion, and I don't know if Gen 8 will even do this or maybe not. You don't even know. There could be possibly they could even do a remake of one of the other generations for Gen 8 and maybe even throw more like let's see, like we already had remake of Gen 1 three times now with having we had first Red and Blue, we had then we have Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then we have now Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. And then same with Gen 2, we had the Silver, Gold, and Crystal, and then we had Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and then for Gen 3 we had try to think here, um, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So I'm just saying there could be possibilities of many things that Gen 8 can do. But with that being said, let's get on right into this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. First up, number 10, and this is clearly my personal opinion because this is literally my mascot. We're going with a tie between Poliwrath and Politoed. Now, like I said before, this is all based on my personal opinion because I love these two mods. These are literally me. And overall, board in the stats, their stat wise is they're pretty decent. I mean, Poliwrath has good attack and decent defense and special defense, but special attack and and speed are kind of lacking luster. And with Politoed, whoops, not me to do that, but I guess we'll do that anyways. But with Politoed, um, yeah, his attack and defense are not the greatest, and same with his speed, but his special attack and special defense are anyways. But these two, um, whoops, I gotta start turning off that off. Sorry about that. But anyways, these two megas that I found online, and which I like I said, the links will be in the description for if you ever want to check those out. But shout out to J7663701 who created the Mega Poliwrath. I love these designs. I love how like you have Poliwrath still being a kind of a Tappel. You got Tappel, but he's got more bulk to him than that. So I think with that, I mean, I think with Poliwrath, you can honestly spread his stats more across his like the 100 extra points he gets for his stats. I think you can give it more to his defenses and maybe a little bit to his special attack and speed. Don't really focus more on the attack because I think his attack is perfect where it's at. Maybe, but like I said, lightly like it's a little more bulkier than I think. And then with Politoed, I really just like this design. I mean, it's simple. I like the little like inner tube thing around his neck. I like the little swirls and everything like that. It goes with his body perfectly well. And I think with the extra 100 points, it should mainly go between his speed and his attack and defense. Like his special attack and special defense are pretty good, but his attack and defense and speed are lacking a little luster, like I said before. And like I said, these are my personal favorites because they're literally my mascots. So onward to number 9, which on this one I chose Vileplume. Now, like I said, Vileplume is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. One of my favorites. So you could see why this is closer up, and this is why this is at the end of the list. I mean, those are my personal favorites. Stat-wise, Vileplume's got a pretty decent special defense and special attack and defense, but speed, attack, and health are not very prominent. So, and I love this design I find with Fire. And shout out to Jelly, who made the Vileplume, and like I said, links will be in the description for all these websites that I found these Mons. And I love the design. It's sleeker, it's slimmer, it's got the vines hanging off it and everything like that. And I love the design. But I think with this, I think it should honestly, the stats on that should go for a little more health and a lot more speed, honestly, because it's kind of a slimmer looking. It looks like it could get around a little faster, in my opinion. But yeah, but this is why this is number 9 on my list. And onward to number 8, which is Parasect. Now, again, like I was giving up for personal reasons. The first 3 are honestly my favorite of my Pokemon, and that's why they're up at the top, number 10 at the bottom of the list. So, but Parasect, I love Parasect. He's one of my favorite bug type Pokemon. And stat wise, though, he is lacking a lot of luster. I mean, he's health. I mean, the only decent stats. Decent stats he has is his attack, defense, his special defense. And then this Mega that I found, though, oh my lord, I love the color scheme. I love the design. It gets that more of that poison feature to it. And shout out to Mehikafa for the Mega Parasect design. I love it. It looks sleek. It looks like it give more emphasis out into that poison stature to it. And I think with this though, I think it's a lot smaller and not as bulky as the original Parasect. So I think you can honestly up its speed and lower a little bit in its defense, and honestly you can give a little more to its health and special attack as well, if you ask me, because he looks like he's kind of a special attacker as compared to being a physical one. And then onward to number 7, which I chose Kabutops. Now, when you look back at some of the megas that he created, that were created for Gen 7 and for Gen 6, what was one of them? Mega Aerodactyl. What are the fossils? And Kabutops, I mean, he gets a lot of love, but out of all the other fossils, because you have Rampardos, you have Omnistar, what other fossils? Archeops, all those other fossils. I don't know. I don't think that Kabutops gets the much love he honestly deserves. I honestly like him a lot. And stat wise, though, he's got fairly decent. He got pretty decent stats. He's got a good attack and defense, but his special attack and special defense and health are a little lackluster. And with this design, oh my lord, I love this design. This design gets a little meaner look to it. It looks like he's about to go on a major rampage. And I think stat-wise, though, I think you could honestly give him a little more boost in his special attack and special defense, and especially in his health too. That would be good, and maybe give it a little smidge on his speed and attack as well, because like he's got those extra arms, he's got the extra claws. I think he'd be a really good. He's like his original base stat for his physical attack. I think would be fine as it is, but maybe give him a little extra stats for his attack would probably be good too. And then onward to number 6, which I chose, Unknown. Now, reasons for Unknown. He is probably probably among the worst Pokemon ever created in the game, because all he can learn is Hidden Power. They're literally just a bunch of letters, and stat-wise, they're absolute garbage. Like their attack and special attack are fairly decent, but they're just absolute garbage. And this design that I found for a Mega Unknown, it looks phenomenal. It's got like that whole, like my brother said it best. It looks like a tribal tattoo. And those 100 points you give for Mega, I think you'd automatically give it to the HP, defense, the special defense, and the speed. Ignore the attack. Like I want it to like it'll be all around average on that. But I think with that you can honestly give it a better move pool. Maybe even as give it as a minimum as teaching it confusion. But I think given to have like psychic confusion, psycho shock, or whatever, just giving it some other moves besides just having hidden power would make it a so much better mon. And that's why I chose Unknown for a Mega. At number 5, we have Shuckle. Oh, Shuckle. The meme of all memes when it comes to Pokemon. Especially, like, I've seen a lot of dorkly videos about Shuckle not getting, by wanting him having an evolution. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, his defense and his special defense aren't ridiculous on his stats, but his attack, speed, and special defense, and his attack, speed, and special attack and HP are just godly horrible. And this Mega Evolution I found, it just looks fearsome. It looks like it can honestly do some more damage. So I think with those 100 points, you honestly should give it to his special attack and his attack, and maybe even give it to his HP as well. Speed wise, it's pretty much a turtle. Let's just leave it as its slow speed like it is. But having it have more attack, more health, and more attack and special attack, I think would do really good for this Mon. And like I said, I really like the design on Mega Shuckle. Number 4, we have Shedinja. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Mega Shedinja? Really? The guy has 1 HP. It's got Wonder Guard, and honestly, it would keep that ability with a Mega. But and like look at the stats: the speed 40, special defense, special attack 30, special defense 45. The only decent stat this Mon has is a 90 for its attack. And like I said, it'll keep the 1 HP, but I think it could have a lot of potential. And this Mega Evolution I found, made by Tolden Tops, and like I said, links will be in the description. And sorry if I butchered names. I just love the design. It looks just like, there's actually something inside the shell of Shedinja. Like the shed has a shed, like the shed itself. But that design is just so menacing and gruesome. And I think you honestly, instead of making it a bug ghost type, you can just make it a pure ghost type. Because that way you lose, because it just looks more ghostly than anything else. And I think honestly, if you can honestly increase its special attack and its defenses as well, would make it a lot better. I mean, granted, you gotta keep it where it's at with the 1 HP, the Wonder Guard, and make it still slower and crap with its 40 speed. But like I said, increase it with the defenses and its special attack. This would be one menacing Mega. Number 3, Bastiodon. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another fossil. But with Bastiodon, it was its counterpart to Rampardos. He was the defensive, while Rampardos was the attacker. And honestly, I honestly would like to see them do kind of a flip, kind of make like a Mega that was more defensive for Rampardos and more attacking for Bastiodon. And this design that I found for Mega Bastiodon would just show us proof to that. It shows less of that bulky shield on its face, and it just looks more gruesome and faster. So honestly, I think with those extra 100 points you get for Megas, you give it to its speed and you give it to its attack. That's where it should mainly go. It honestly gives it a more brute of a physical attacker, and it looks like it has a lot more speed with the lighter face shield that it has. And like I said, I love this design for it. It looks so amazing. Alright, number 2, Gliscor. Now, when Gen 4 came out, they gave a lot of new evolutions for Pokemon. We had Weavile, Tangrowth, Yamega, Gliscor, Mamoswine, Magmortar, Electivire, and a couple others. And I think out of all of them, my personal favorite was Gliscor. Now I like, but like the ones literally close behind that though would probably be Mamoswine and what was the other one I really liked? Wasn't Tangrowth. It was either Magnezone. Yeah, I think it was Magnezone and Mamoswine were the two that I liked the most, including Gliscor. But Gliscor was one of my favorites. And Gliscor's stats, he was more of the defense. He was one of the more. He was along with probably Mamoswine. He was one of the more defensive ones. His attack stat was decent. His special attack was garbage. His speed was decent, but his special attack, his special defense and HP were also fairly decent. But I think with a mon like this, you can give it a lot more. You can give it a lot more potential to be more of a physical attacker, along with still being defensive. And this design that I found for it, oh my lord, it kind of looks like the Gremlin bat monster from Gremlins 2. It looks so menacing, like, and you would still, and you, with the ability of intimidate on that thing, would just make it still like in a power, like a powerful beast. Give up an attack, its special attack, and a little, and honestly, and it would just be menacing. It would destroy in competition. And finally, number one. Now, like I said, there would be some legendaries in this one, and this is where the legendaries hold. And I will explain my reasoning for this. And the legends I picked were Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Suicune. Now, hear me out on this, because I looked at it as personal and marketing kind of thing. Every cover of every game has their legendaries on there. Well, besides uh, red, blue, and fire red and leaf green. I mean, for silver, gold, and crystal, you had these three. Same with heart gold, soul silver, fire, ruby, sapphire, and emerald. You had Kyogre, Rayquaza, and Groudon, and so on and so forth. And they've already redone Gen 1 three times. It wouldn't surprise me if they redid Gen 2 three times. And if they do that for the for Gen 8, I think giving Megas to these three would be phenomenal. Now, with giving Mega to Suicune, I would assume they would also they would probably give Megas to Entei and Raikou just to balance it all out, so you don't have one over superior than the other. But doing remakes of gold, silver, and crystal, especially crystal. Crystal did not get a remake when it had heart gold and soul silver. And when I saw these designs for Mega Ho-Oh, Mega Lugia, and Mega Suicune, oh my lord! Here's Mega Ho-Oh. I love the spikes and the menacing look that it has, and the face mask on it. Oh my lord! I love this design. Then Mega Lugia, oh, it's just got you could tell this is what the print what the I can think of it, like the what was his name? I think it was like the King of the Sea, probably was it with that or that man at the other. I don't know, but whatever it was, this shows like the all-time ruler of the sea being Lugia. This thing is just menacing. It has the more of the fins, and I love the look on this thing. And then finally, this was my personal favorite. I love this design on Mega Suicune. It's got this like the menacing green eye glow, the flares on its hair. It's just so. Oh my lord! I'm not even getting the stats in this thing on these guys because of the fact that they're legendaries. They're gonna already get incredible stats, but these designs. If you saw these on remake games, I think they would fly off the shelves like that. Because like you already looked at Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon, those things were just so beautiful and menacing. And with these guys, I think it would be so much better. Now I took the time and I've looked on other covers. Like I saw Mega Darkrai, Mega Palkia and Dialga, and Mega Zekrom and Reshiram, and Mega Xerneas and Yveltal. But in my honest opinion, I think these three are like probably besides Mega Mewtwo, because Mega Mewtwo was just the OG. But these three right here just blew me away, and I think would blow everybody else away, and those games would just fly off the shelves with those three mega. No way they can get those three megas. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my top 10 list on what Pokemon I think deserve megas. Now, like I said, these are all opinion based, so if you don't like it, uh, then okay, then just leave a comment down below saying why you think one Pokemon shouldn't have got a Mega or something like that, or even post down in the comments why that should not be there. I'm gonna get off that. Say in the comments what Pokemon you want to see a Mega, like I don't know, Mega Dugtrio, Mega Butterfree or whatever. Like I kind of steer clear of like Butterfree and Flygon because there has just been so much talk of Mega Flygon and Mega Butterfree and stuff like that to coexist with Mega Beedrill and Mega Salamence and everything like that. So like I said, I kind of wanted to steer clear away from those just because of the fact there's just been so much talk about them. But yeah, this is all my opinion. Leave your comments down in the comment section below about what you think would have been better, what you want to see, everything like that. Because I want to see what if you guys actually have designs of megas. Let me know. I would love to see them. So that's it for today's video. I figured I put this one. Oh, did I put the fun? Yes, I did. I figured I post this to just so you guys are just lacking luster on waiting to see the next series at the start of March. And yeah, I just thought it'd be a fun little thing to do. And I will see you guys next time.